floors below the street, there's a purple cave beneath your feet. And when the midnight hour draws near, what to your wondering eyes should appear but a legendary figure in a blue jumpsuit with a wild duck call and a whistle toot toot. He's descending into his lair, 'cause Jazzbeaux is on the air.
Boy, you said something that time. I mean what I mean.
It's Jazzbeau's time of night, when everything feels alright. When the milkman's matinee comes on, the music is out of sight. It's Jazzbeau's time of night, when Harrison the owl takes flight. When the clock strikes 12, this bearded elf spins tunes in the lavender light. Roses are red, but the grotto is purple. Lend him your lobes, fall by, you ought to slurp a little wine. Recline and dine, his line is a sign that everything is fine. So curl up on that stalagmite, or hang down from that stalactite. Every morning, midnight to dawn, it is Jazzbeau's time of night. On WNEW, 11303 floors below New York.
Lester Young and the All-Stars from an album that's just been released of all kinds of great things, including Crazy Rhythm, Get Happy, Sweet Lorraine, right on down the line. Not only Lester Young, but Coleman Hawkins as well. It's on the Dr. Jazz label, and as I said last night, Bob Thiel should get a hefty bunch of applause for reissuing this stuff in this day and age so we can all have a good, clean copy of it. The Hawk and Lester Young. Along with Lester on that one was Bill Coleman on trumpet, Dickie Wells on trombone, and Ellis Larkins on piano, with Freddie Green on guitar, Al Hall on bass, and J.O., that's Joe Jones, on drums. Oh, yeah, that's going to be very nice indeed. I got scores, and we'll get to those in just a moment here. There's a little place in New York City I like to talk about, and it's a place where love happens. All those loving thoughts and ideas are nourished by the fact that you've got a comfortable little intimate away from everybody else's table in the corner. No matter when you get there, every table at this place, which is called a quiet little table in the corner, has a table in the corner. A piano bar with Joe DeReese playing and singing, soft lights, sweet music, all quiet corner tables, an intimate, romantic lunch and supper club with fine food and music right on through from lunch till the wee hours. Fine food. And easily located, too, the Executive Hotel on Madison Avenue near 37th Street. That's where you're going to find a quiet little table in the corner. It's like finding a bottle of vintage wine, I tell you. There's a number you can call, too. Murray Hill 5-7160. Murray Hill 5-7160. And reserve your table at the Executive Hotel on Madison Avenue near 37th Street. Quiet little table in the corner. Back of me is Roy Clark playing a little blues. Well, this is background music for me, but it's nice up in the foreground once in a while, too. Boy, he ran right off the keyboard on that, didn't he? All right. Thank you very much. A little bit of the scores here. We'll see what goes on. In the NBA tonight, the Philadelphia 76ers beat the Houston Rockets 127-98. The Milwaukee Bucks 121 over the Indiana Pacers 94. Portland Trail Blazers on top of Utah Jazz 109-97, and the Kansas City Kings 124, Los Angeles Lakers 116. In the fourth quarter, Seattle Supersonics 94, Washington Bullets 76. In the NHL, the Buffalo Sabres beat the Calgary Flames 5-1. Winnipeg Jets edged out Boston Bruins 6-5. In the third period, the Vancouver Canucks are ahead of the Washington Capitals 1-0. In the MISL, the New York Arrows 7, Pittsburgh Spirit 3. Boy, that's a really lightning tempo, and of course Cab Calloway had such great range in that singing. I love that one, Some of These Days, by the great Cab Calloway at 18 minutes after 1 here on WNEW, where the melody linger on. Jazzbeaux at 1130, 50,000 watts out of New York City, a radio station that knows how to do it.
Those famous Trader Horn television and appliance stores shoot the works with a gigantic multi-million-dollar consumer electronic and appliance presidential celebration at all 11 Trader Horn stores. Blasting prices on the newest from Sony, RCA, Zenith, GE, Sanyo, Whirlpool, Maytag, Fisher, Westinghouse, Atari, PhoneMate, and much more. 12-inch portable TVs as low as $59. Color portables from just $179. Video recorders an amazing $327. Trader Horn shoots the works on Sony Walkman cassette players from just $59. Shop and compare. Trader Horn offers you your money back if you can beat their incredible low discount prices. Trader Horn's greatest presidential celebration ever is on right now in New York at Trader Horn's famous television and appliance warehouse store at 226 East 86th Street, Manhattan, between 2nd and 3rd Avenues. Also in Yonkers, Spring Valley, and Peekskill. In New Jersey, Paramus, Fairfield, Linden, Jersey City, Union, and Hasbrook Heights. Remember, Trader Horn guarantees the lowest prices or your money back.
Ray, you are the utmost. If I ever ran into an uttermost, you are the ut. And thank you so much. 20 minutes after 1. You know what I was thinking on the way in tonight after I left the Prince Deli over there, which is my kind of stop-off. Everybody knows that. Nick the harmonica man meets me there. And I have a sandwich there. And Muhammad and I and Benny and Jimmy and the rest of them all get together. I'm sorry to hear Tony is ill and under the weather. I hope he's listening this morning. If he is, wish him a speedy recovery. But I was thinking all-night delis. Now, tonight they're open all night. See, Friday night, Saturday morning, open all night. I was thinking we could have a whole network of all-night delicatessens that are open around New York City. And they could be like the headquarters and issue a card from there to the other delis. Now, if there's anybody that's slicing pastrami or corned beef, or they're examining their rye bread to see how many caraway seeds in a square inch, or seeing how dill their pickles might be, you might call over there and see if you can get into some conference with them about how the beef is, or anything like that. I think we'll start the ball rolling. I'll check them out in a little while. But in the meanwhile, if you are a Delicatessen operating this morning and you listen to the program, give them a call down there, and then they'll let me know who's registering. 661-2240. Maybe we can get the Carnegie and David's and Delicatessen up along the way there, the stage, and then there's another one, Pastrami and things. Those cats ought to all get together, you know, and get unified. 661-2240. Just give them a call if they haven't been. Well, I'm sure they must be listening, but if they're not, tell them of my idea. We call that Jazzbeau's Delicatessen idea. 22 minutes after 1 in the morning. We have to do something to have some fun, you know. This isn't just a weekend thing. We go on every weeknight, Tuesday through Saturday. Speaking of it being Saturday and good sounds and good music, WNEW puts a program on at 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon devoted to extra special sounds called Great Sounds. It goes from 2 to 6. You won't want to miss that. Of course, if you listen to the station all the time, you can't help but hear it. Yeah, Joe just called. McCaffrey said there's another Memphis, too. Memphis in June. Well, I remember that. Sweet Oleanders. And somebody also called and told me that's where Elvis Presley's place is. I should drive by and take a picture of the front gate. I might do that, too. Another thing is, when you get to sweet bands, there's a sound, too, that I like. It's not all swinging and sweating with, Swing and Sweat with Charlie Barnett. I like to hear some sweet things. And there was a band that Al Prine included in his tape that he sent along. I'm not going to... Well, they may say whose band it is, but I'll just leave it open and see if you've ever heard this before. Theme songs have a way of kind of sticking with you over the years. And this one I've always thought was very pretty. Okay, I just do it now. We'll see what we can get out of it.
Here's that band again.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Purple Grotto Broadcasting Company presents the music of Dick Jurgens and his orchestra.
around you, do you ever think of me? And when you whisper, I can't live without you, do you ever think of me? And when your eyes disguise the same old loving lies they tell so tenderly, deep in your heart I'm feeling when some heart you're stealing, do you ever think of me?
Oh, yeah, that's a very nice medley of Marie, Them There Eyes, Do You Ever Think of Me, and Goody Goody by Dick Jurgens Orchestra. And I like that theme song, Daydreams Come True at Night. It's a good one. 28 minutes after the hour of 1, Jazzbeaux early on a Saturday morning, preparing to cut out of New York City for Memphis, Tennessee, and visit my good friends down there at the Blues Foundation, Frank McGuire, who is down there. He's the kingpin operator of that situation. I want to see what's going on. They'd love to have me down there, and I'd love to be there. And the end result of that trip might involve me doing some kind of a radio show on blues that would be produced and directed from the Blues Foundation in Memphis, Tennessee. So I'll give you a full report on that after we get back. Right now, I'd like to put on a little track by Billie Holiday from this fine album of things that came out of the first session, and we'll do that in just a moment. Billie Holiday will be heard from all throughout the morning with this all-star group. This month, February, is Big Festival Month at the Fife and Drum Restaurant in Mount Kisco. It's a month that's full of special occasions that make dining out a special pleasure, especially at the Fife and Drum, a landmark location dating back to colonial days on the American Revolution. And treat the family to enjoy a presidential birthday dinner in honor of Lincoln and Washington. This month is also Horace Greeley's birthday, one of America's historic figures. Many great Americans like Greeley will be honored this year during Westchester's tricentennial anniversary. And, of course, also on the February calendar, Valentine's Day. You make a date for two or party of friends, and even though Valentine's Day is kind of over, I think the melody lingers on there, doesn't it? Make a date for two or a party of friends and family at the Fife and Drum. Celebrate the heartfelt joys of love and companionship and bask in the glow of a candlelight dinner with all the delicious trimmings that have made the Fife and Drum famous, all modestly priced. For reservations, phone 914-241-3322. The Fife and Drum Restaurant is on Route 117, 480 Main Street in Mount Kisco, a few minutes from the Mount Kisco exits of the Sawmill River Parkway or Interstate 684. All major credit cards accepted.
Yesterdays, days I knew as happy, sweet, sequestered days, olden days, golden days, days of mad romance and love. Then gay youth was mine, Yesterdays, days I knew as happy, sweet, sequestered days, olden days, golden days, days of mad romance and love. Then gay youth was mine, then truth was mine, free and flaming light, sooth was mine, sad am I, glad am I, for today I'm dreaming of yesterday.
Billie Holiday from the first Verve sessions featuring Oscar Peterson and Paul Quinichette. Paul Quinichette called Vice Prez because of his resemblance in style to Lester. And in the notes it says some of the loveliest interchanges take place between Billie and Quinichette, a Lester-style musician whom Lester called Lady Q, and about whom he said, I don't know whether to play like me or like Lady Q because he's playing so much like me. And Billie gravitated toward Paul because of the resemblance, and he toured with her at the time of these Verve sessions. Says also we should check out My Man and the First Sides of New York. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. This is great, this album. It's a fine period, and some jam session pieces with Billie Holiday are included. 25 minutes before 2 on WNEW, where the weather is clear. Lows in the mid-30s, sunny and pleasant during the day, high in the 40s, and at night fair with lows in the mid-30s. The outlook for Sunday will be cloudy with highs in the mid-30s. See what we have, a little announcement here from the Good Book. This is a different Good Book. This is the one that is for everybody here at the station where we care. If you're choosing a nursing home for someone that you love, look for a facility that will best serve your needs. Now, that may seem like an obvious statement to make, but in detail, find out about the type of health care offered, about the costs, the recreational and social activities, and also the patient-staff ratio. Knowing the answers ahead of time can save disappointments later. This message brought to you as a public service by the New York Association of Homes for the Aging. WNEW cares. 1130 is where you are, where the melody lingers on. 24 minutes before 2. Okay, that's great. Back there on our last outpost, we've got another setup, and this one will feature Coleman Hawkins. Coleman Hawkins with Oscar Pettiford and Eddie Haywood and Shelley Mann. This is from the same album I told you about last night, and you'll be hearing it quite regularly. Hawkins and Lester Young in an album called Classic Tenors, just been released. Just a gold mine of sound. All right, let me take a second here while we take care of some things here. And Ray Outramust has got one for us from, as you know, Trader Horn.
Those famous Trader Horn television and appliance stores shoot the works with a gigantic multi-million-dollar consumer electronic and appliance presidential celebration at all 11 Trader Horn stores. Blasting prices on the newest from Sony, RCA, Zenith, GE, Sanyo, Whirlpool, Maytag, Fisher, Westinghouse, Atari, PhoneMate, and much more. 12-inch portable TVs as low as $59. Color portables from just $179. Video recorders an amazing $327. Trader Horn shoots the works on Sony Walkman cassette players from just $59. Shop and compare. Trader Horn offers you your money back if you can beat their incredible low discount prices. Trader Horn's greatest presidential celebration ever is on right now in New York at Trader Horn's famous television and appliance warehouse store at 226 East 86th Street, Manhattan, between 2nd and 3rd Avenues. Also in Yonkers, Spring Valley, and Peekskill. In New Jersey, Paramus, Fairfield, Linden, Jersey City, Union, and Hasbrook Heights. Remember, Trader Horn guarantees the lowest prices or your money back.
That's right. Trader Horn guarantees it. Okay, now just a second here. I got to set the stage. You know, I just can't do something without setting the stage here. Hey, yeah, there you go. Hey, Tone.
How you doing?
You know, I got that thing set aside. Tony Bennett on the other end of the line. I thought you were in Europe or something.
Just came back. You know, they just had a good breakfast show, breakfast time, you know, which they've never done in Britain. They always start their television at 12 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Afternoon, you know, and it stops at 12 o'clock at night.
I heard that
This went into competition with the independent networks, and BBC is winning out. And they just did a kind of Today show now, and it went over big. Everybody loves it. Everybody's up watching it.
That sounds great. I wonder what all this static is on this line here, man.
It's my phone.
Oh, is it?
It must be. I think when I dialed you, should I call you right back?
You got that overseas there start. Let me see. I don't know if that's you or me. Yeah, why don't you call me back on the same line?
Take a second.
And take a second. Okay, go ahead. Let me see what that is. That may be some line going on there. And then, hi, who's there?
5 points at Pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, well, listen, I can't do that one with you right now. Just hold it and give me that later. Hello there. Yeah, hello. All right, now we'll see if Tone is on that other line. All right, hello, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Now we got rid of the buzz.
Right.
Oh, that's good. Well, welcome back home, and you say morning television is a certainty now in Britain.
Oh, it's big. Everybody loves it. They watch it, and they watch it from 6 o'clock in the morning to about 9:15 in the morning, and they tell the weather. There's one guy who tells the weather. This is something different. I'm sorry I don't remember his name, unfortunately, but there's a weatherman that's on the show with 3 or 4 other anchor people, and he's becoming the rage, the female, lover of all times. Everybody just loves him. He's got fan clubs, and he's a weatherman.
Yeah, I know. Weathermen have a chance really to exhibit some personality, and they really got to get away from just giving the high and low pressure. So they've really blossomed out here in this country, too. They got some cat out in San Francisco that's outrageous.
Uh-huh, good.
So, musically, what's going on over in London? Anything?
Well, there's a lot of jazz. There's a love for jazz, and the big bands are coming back, and everybody's betting on the wonderful Buddy Ritz coming out of his illness, because he just had a triple bypass, tragically.
Yeah, I know that. We're pulling for him.
Everybody's rooting that he's insisting that he's going to make that March date, and he's going to do a tour of Britain there, so everybody in Europe's waiting for him to do that.
Great. Well, I got my fingers crossed. We've been sending some mail out to him, too,
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. He'd really appreciate that.
Sure. Well, that's great, man. Everything.
I spoke to him, and he sounds like he's going to do it.
I hope he does. He's a fighter, you know that.
He really is, yeah.
Yeah, it must be tough. He's got to be out of commission for a whole month, and for him, man, that must be nervous time.
That's a lot, but he is the greatest drummer in the world, so he'll make it. He's strong.
That's right. Well, another thing that's been going on around town here is we've been having this big campaign going on now. It's our turn. You know about that, of course.
Right.
And it's picking up great momentum. The people have gotten behind it. They're writing to the station.
Great.
There's been some reissues. Bob Thiel's album just reissued Lester Young and Coleman Hawkins.
Wow.
And Verve put out the sessions with Billie Holiday. I'm going to play a block of those now for you, too.
Terrific. Yeah, I love some Billie Holiday, you know, and boy, I'd love to hear some this morning. I'll put it on the cassette.
Yeah, that's good. What about this business with you and your racing goggles and your Ferrari and all that stuff?
Oh, down in Miami, yeah.
Yeah.
In the America the Beautiful there on the opening for the Grand Prix, and there'll be satellite. And there's about 100 million people watching that. And
that'll be... You're going to sing America the Beautiful, huh?
Yes, yeah.
Hey, that's neat, you know, that's...
It's a beautiful song. I always felt that should really be the official national anthem. It's a beautiful song about the United States.
It is. I like Amber Waves of Grain, man.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something. A lot of people feel the same way. It's also more within the realm of the average person's range.
Also, it's an anti-war song. It doesn't mention war. It just talks about how beautiful the country is.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of the rockets, red glare, the bombs bursting in the air, you know.
Yeah.
It's anti-war. It's really a nice song. It doesn't mention anything about war.
It's like I ain't gonna study war no more.
Yeah, right.
Remember that?
Yeah. Remember Wingy Manone when he used to... He made a record where the bombs are dropping.
Yeah.
Look out, man, them cats are killing themselves.
Yeah, hey, watch out, man. Cats is killing themselves. All them cats is killing themselves, man. I remember that one. Wingy. I played something by Wingy last night, too.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we've been having a ball around here. The grotto's been cooking. Last week at this time, we were in the midst of the biggest blizzard of the last 40 years, you know.
I missed that one, right.
Yeah, and we had our party, our anniversary show, and a lot of people showed up at the Automat.
About it. Everybody's raving about it.
Yeah, we had Pearl Tapioca and everything, and Bob Jones was down there, and he recited Lush Life on the air.
Oh, that's loud.
And Jonathan was down. He sang 3 songs. Jim Lowe did...
I wonder if that's true. Is that really true that Billy Strayhorn wrote Lush Life when he was 19 years old?
Gee, I don't know.
I heard that's what the story is.
I wouldn't be surprised. Sweet Pea was an amazing person.
He really was, yeah.
Yeah.
Write a lyric like that.
That's great. Well, it's sure good to have you back in town, Tone.
I hate to ask you for anything, but I never got a copy of one of those posters, and I saw one, and it knocked me out. You know, it's funny, you see your work in a canvas, and you take it for granted. When you see it in the poster, it really blows your mind. I really enjoyed seeing that as a poster.
I got a couple of them put aside, and of course one is yours. I'll see that you get it for sure.
Thanks a lot. I'd like to have a copy.
Because I had your name on the list to have them send it over, but something must have happened.
Right.
Anyhow, your original painting is out in San Francisco, hanging in my front living room out there.
Beautiful. That knocks me out.
Surrounded by a 6.5-foot Rococo gold frame.
Oh, that's nice.
Man, it really looks crazy. You're going to San Francisco.
Right, I'm going to sing for the Queen, a command performance. It'll be my 5th command performance.
That Queen does a lot of commanding, man.
She does a lot of command.
And you do a lot of singing, so that's good. What are you going to sing for her, do you know?
Well, the obvious, you know, because she's in San Francisco, so I'll be doing I Left My Heart in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, well,
It is the most beautiful city in the world, so I don't mind doing it.
Well, I have to agree with you on that.
I know.
I'm slightly prejudiced.
Me too.
Yeah, it's really a gas.
That's special, yeah.
Yeah, very good. Well, all right, Tone, I'm going to touch one off here with a fella by the name of Anthony Benedetto, and then I'll get into the Billie Holiday material.
Terrific. Okay, I'll be listening.
Yeah, I like the way you handle this entire thing, my man.
Well, thank you.
It was very good.
Thank you.
All right, Tone. Check you later.
You don't know that I felt good when we up and parted. You don't know I knocked on wood, gladly broken-hearted. Worrying is through, I sleep all night, appetite and health restored. You don't know how much I'm bored. The sleepless nights, the daily fights, the quick toboggan when you reach the heights. I miss the kisses and I miss the bites. I wish I were in love again. The broken dates, the endless waits, the lovely loving and the hateful hates, the conversation with the flying plates. I wish I were in love again. No more pain, no more strain. Now I'm sane, but I would rather be gaga. The pulled out fur of cat and cur, the fine mismating of him and her. I've learned my lesson, but I wish I were in love again. The furtive sigh, the blackened eye, the words I love you till the day I die, the self-deception that believes the lie. I wish I were in love again. When love congeals, it soon reveals the faint aroma of almond seals, the double crossing of a pair of heels. I wish I were in love again. No more care, no despair. Well, I'm all there now, but I'd rather be punch drunk. Believe me, sir, I much prefer the classic battle of him and her. I don't like quiet, and I wish I were in love again. I wish I were in love again.
Yeah, Tony Bennett. At 7 minutes before 2 here on WNEW, we have enough time here to squeeze a few of Billie's great ones in from the Verve session as we've been playing this morning.
If the moon turns green and shadows get up and walk around, clouds come tumbling to the ground, I wouldn't be surprised. 'Cause didn't you fall in love with me? If the stars turn blue and willows that weep begin to sing, winter changes into spring, I wouldn't raise my eyes. 'Cause didn't you fall in love with me? I thought I was foolish to think of romance with someone as charming as you. I thought I was hoping without any chance, then every hope came true. If the moon turns green and rivers begin to flow upstream, this is all a crazy dream, I wouldn't be surprised. Anything can happen if you can fall in love with me. I thought I was foolish to think of romance with someone so charming as you. I thought I was hoping without any chance, then every hope came true. If the moon turns green and rivers begin to flow upstream, this is all a crazy dream, I wouldn't be surprised. 'Cause anything can happen if you can fall in love with me. Remember the night you said I love you. Remember you vowed by all the stars above you. Remember we found a lonely spot, and after I learned to care a lot, you promised that you'd forget me not, but you forgot to remember. by all the stars above you. Remember we found a lonely spot, and after I learned to care a lot, you promised that you'd forget me not, but you forgot to remember.
Okay, we've got some more Billy. We'll hold that for after the news because the length of it wouldn't permit it right now, but we'll play some more.
With an exclusive ski report from Snow Information Headquarters at Hunter Mountain Ski Bowl, the snowmaking capital of the world. And what a better way to celebrate the big snowstorm and the President's holidays than with a ski trip to Hunter, where right now we have the greatest base in the East, with 20 to 76 inches of snow and all 15 lifts and tows operating and servicing 36 slopes and trails. The milder winter weather we are experiencing and the deep snow bases make this an ideal time for a skiing vacation. And to ensure that the snow will remain on the slopes, Hunter Mountain will continue to make snow whenever and wherever possible. So don't spend your midwinter vacation at home. Come to Hunter Mountain. Visit Emilio Ski Shop for equipment and clothing. Take a lesson from Carl Plattner and his professional ski school and come to the greatest fun in the East. Come to Hunter Mountain. Ski on our snow and discover for yourself why Hunter Mountain is called the snowmaking capital of the world.
Yes, it's WNEW, all right, here in New York City at 1130, where the melody lingers on. I'm Jazzbeaux in the Grotto, and we'll be back after the news. It's 2 a.m.
Hey, if you want to hear some boogie woogie, I know the...
AP Network News.